Take the story of Elagabalus, for instance. Born in 214 AD, his rise to power began with the downfall of Emperor Macrinus. Elagabalus's grandmother, Julia Maesa, masterminded a coup by claiming her grandson was the illegitimate son of the previous emperor. With the support of loyal troops and political allies, she secured his position as emperor at the tender age of 14. But why choose someone so young? The answer lies in control. Powerful figures like Julia Maesa needed a figurehead they could manipulate, ensuring their own influence remained unchallenged. A teenage emperor, inexperienced and dependent on his advisors, was an ideal puppet. Another example is Gordian III, who became emperor at just 13 years old. His ascent followed the brief and chaotic reigns of his grandfather and uncle, Gordian I and II. After their deaths, the Roman Senate sought a stable and controllable ruler to restore order. Young Gordian III fit the bill perfectly, backed by influential senators and military commanders who aimed to steer the empire from behind the throne. Now, imagine being a teenager thrust into the role of the most powerful person in the known world. You'd be surrounded by seasoned politicians, generals, and family members, all with their own agendas. How would you navigate such a minefield? What kind of pressures would you face? These young emperors often struggled to assert their authority, leading to tumultuous reigns. Elagabalus, for example, became notorious for his eccentric behavior and disregard for Roman traditions, which alienated the Senate and the military. His reign ended violently when he was assassinated at just 18, replaced by his cousin Alexander Severus. Gordian III's rule, though more stable, was equally short-lived. He relied heavily on advisors, including the capable but ambitious Praetorian prefect Timesitheus. When Timesitheus died, Gordian's vulnerability was exposed, leading to his death in a military campaign at the age of 19. The pattern of teenage emperors reflects the broader instability of the Roman Empire during certain periods. Political factions often placed young heirs on the throne to exploit their inexperience. These young rulers became pawns in a larger game, their reigns marked by the ambitions of those who controlled them. Furthermore, the concept of imperial legitimacy played a crucial role. In a time when dynastic continuity was valued, having a young emperor from a respected lineage helped stabilize the empire, at least temporarily. The Senate and military often accepted these young rulers because they symbolized a return to familiar and legitimate rule, even if it was a facade for the real power brokers. But what can we learn from this pattern? It shows the complexity and fragility of political power in ancient Rome. The reliance on teenage emperors underscores the lengths to which factions would go to secure their own influence. It also highlights the vulnerabilities of young rulers, thrust into roles for which they were often unprepared. In conclusion, the frequent rise of teenage emperors in Rome was a product of its volatile political landscape. These young rulers, manipulated by powerful figures, served as tools for maintaining control and legitimacy. Next time you think of ancient Rome, remember the young emperors who, despite their age, were at the center of some of the empire's most dramatic chapters.